Hello everybody and welcome back. Sorry for that little bit of delay there, a little bit of annoyance there. My PlayStation said there was something wrong. But we're back now with the practice session with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go. I'm Cadwell, or James, and I'm here tonight. Here we are at the COTA National Circuit. COTA Circuit, but it's at the National as Dunlop Swede goes spinning into the wall and into the pit lane. And hello to everyone who is watching, and alongside me as always is Ethan.
Thank you very much, James. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to COTA. It is a fantastic circuit here in America. We've obviously got the other tracks such as Watkins, Glen, Laguna Seca, but this one really does top it in the motorsport. We have many different motorsports coming here. We have GT3 cars, we have the LMP1s, Indy cars, Formula 1 cars, and now we have the GT4 Ginetta series coming here for round 6 with us for the Ginetta Evolution series for Gavra Racing. And how are you, James?
I'm absolutely fine, thanks. Fingers crossed it stays up this time. But before we do get any further into this, and because it's only qualifying and nobody really cares about practice, we have...
Yeah, it's more just getting used to the car and the temperatures and really the temperature that's going around on the track and everything. So it's just a little bit of a taster to what we can see heading in towards this race at round 6 here.
Yes, but we have let me talk about the championship. We have a tie at the top. It is Baxter Constant on 99 points. David on 99. Lonnie on 94 in third. Fourth is Marquis on 88. Boston Row 75. Dalavan 73. Alcagram 53. Then it's Saventa 51. Make Albi HLB on 37. Pet Biv and Joanna on 26th, both of them are. So that's 10th and 11th. Duke Martin on 22. GJDM on 17. Alianzo on 15. Bressa on 13. And TV Alianzo 1 on TTV, sorry, that's Twitch TV, on 9 points. And then in your Constructors Championship, let's have a look at that very quickly for you. Your Constructors, it looks like it's Lonnie's team who are out, the HLB team on 182 points and the HBH team on 174 points. Are the top two there, and there you go.
Thank you very much, James. Obviously we're here at COTA, great circuit, but this is a bit of a shortened circuit. This is the COTA National, and when we get through the S section, as David's getting through here, this is the gorgeous S section where you've got a really high downforce car. This is just beautiful to drive, and then you'll come to a stop around about here. You'll be turning in for a corner that completely takes you from sector 1 to sector 2 in Formula 1 terms, but this in the longer version of COTA, but this is a much more shortened version. You haven't got the long straights where these cars are topping out about 150, 160 miles an hour. It isn't too bad missing that out, but obviously we're still getting timed at about 1 minute 37, a very low one at 37, and I reckon for qualifying we can get into 36s. But this track obviously still great because you still got the S section, as I keep on saying, and you got the final sector, which really does test out a driver's patience, especially going for this tight right-hander here, and then full aggression in this curve. But don't take it too much or you will be flipping your car over.
You will. But yeah, if you do think about just quickly, if you do think about, I think it's is it corner 15 that normally on F1, that the staging section kind of bit?
Which one?
If you look at the car now that's just coming off the back straight, if you can try and find that car, yeah, you see he's turning into that corner there.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if you look a couple of corners later, so I think it's not the corner he's about to go into now, or they're about to go into, but the corner after. My uncle sits in one of the grandstands there to watch F1, so
yeah, not so bad.
Yeah.
But we are right on board with Lonnie, and what time can he set? He's a little bit off his best lap dancer, about 5/10 off his best lap, and only 3/10 back from David, as the wonderful Marco sets at 2/10 behind, I believe, David. Yes, it is. So already David having a good session so far here in practice, but obviously practice doesn't matter. It's all about the qualifying and the race, and we're already into the 36s, our high 36, and I reckon we can get even faster than that as Lonnie goes about 3/10 faster, even behind the car. So obviously there's still a lot of pace in these cars, but these drivers need to get ready for qualifying as Aguilera joins the session. But we're here at COTA this weekend, well not this weekend, for this Wednesday. But next time out in round 7 we are at the Brands Hatch GP, which is a very good circuit. It's not the Indies version, which is a lot shorter. It is the full GP layout, which is absolutely fantastic, especially going through that mid-section and obviously going downhill. That's a great part. And I've actually been in the car that's gone down the right-hander, and it's absolutely terrifying because you cannot see the road at all. Absolutely terrifying. But still, absolutely fantastic. We've only got about 35 seconds left in the practice session, with Lonnie in 3rd place at the moment, just riding on board with him, and he will set a new lap. And will it be fast enough to beat his current best lap? And it does, as he puts himself 1st place at the moment. And then Marco going straight away back into 1st. So, a nice bit of rivalry between Lonnie, Marco and David. So the top 3 ran about 2/10 away from each other, so that'll be really interesting going into qualifying, as the practice session will end now. The drivers are allowed to finish their lap that they started, but this will be their final lap in practice until we head to the qualifying session. Aguilera has left the session for some reason, having a few technical difficulties. If we do have any technical difficulties, we are very sorry, but technology isn't very nice sometimes. But we will just head into qualifying session after the drivers complete their laps. Some people are already in the pits, and they won't be beginning another lap. So, as we've got a little bit of time left with ourselves, James,
it isn't.
Shall we?
It isn't though. A good thing. But just quickly to say, if you are listening, Pet Biv, just to give you a clarification here, you didn't turn off ghosting, so ghosting is on. So if anyone is going to crash tonight, they'll crash by themselves, because as you see Dalavan right now, he was behind Lonnie down one corner, and Lonnie went straight through him. They're ghosting straight through him. So just to tell everybody tonight, that ghosting is on. So that means that that means if you do, I don't know in the race it is, but in practice it's on. So that means if you hit in the wall, then I don't know.
So James, we will do your Drive of the Day predictions by James.org.
.org. Look at that. There's a P1 116.5. You would have not imagined that at all. But no, I think it's going to be Marquis, Lonnie, and Dalavan who will be your top lot today.
Good prediction. Let's see if we can go into qualifying with that right prediction, as the practice session is now over, with Beza leading the pack with a 1 minute 36.5. Do you reckon we go even faster, James, than a 1 minute 36.5, or do you think that's the limit?
So it's Beza 1st, Marquis 2nd, and Lonnie 3rd, and Dalavan 4th. 1:36.519 quickest now. I don't think that. No, I think it'll be a 1:36 like 1. Or 1:36.
So you reckon we get 4/10 faster at the moment?
I think about 2 to 3 tenths quicker. I think we'll go. So yeah, we will go.
We just have to wait and see. See if the drivers will push it to the absolute limit.
Just to tell everybody, as I am going to now show you, we are missing 2 drivers tonight. At the moment, we are. So just to give everybody a clarification here, we have not taken off ghosting, and we've lost 2 drivers. So yeah, not looking the greatest. And it looks like at the moment we're not going into qualifying, because qualifying should be started by now. Normally it is.
Yes, having a few problems technically. I mean, I've already disconnected from the session 2 times when we're in the lobby, but it looks like we're going to go into qualifying now. As we do, we've got 10 minutes of qualifying, and I'll just put up the map and the nice split. Aguilera has joined back, but he won't be racing the qualifying session, will he? I don't know if he will be allowed, but nothing worry about that.
I know. I don't know if he will be allowed, but I know that I shouldn't be saying this, but guys, do comment in the comments if you will like this. I know there's not many of you watching tonight, and I know why you're not all watching tonight, because you're probably watching the old F1 rerun. But or other streams that are on right now. But what I'm trying to say is, I think what you should do is maybe not let the guy who's hosting it at the moment, don't know who is hosting it, but whoever's hosting it at the moment, maybe next week let somebody else host it, just see how that works. Maybe.
It is Pep.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is just let somebody else maybe host it next week and see what they're like. But I still think it's really good though. I think they did a good job, and I think he's left again. Aguilera has left again.
Yep, it's not really going too great at the moment, but we'll just have to wait and see what will happen during this qualifying session and heading into the race. I can notice a bit on Garam's car on the front left bumper. You can just see a little bit of damage, which is quite suggesting that he may have crashed in the pit lane. Should be a bit weird, but maybe
I've done that before here, so.
Maybe damage that won't, you know, cause his lap times to drop. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, I've done that here, so
we'll just have to wait. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see, and we're going to start a lap of COTA. James, would you like to ride on board, and would you like to describe a lap of COTA?
Oh, I'm awful at doing these, but okay.
Go ahead.
Across the line you come. What you do here is you go near the curb and then you try and come into the inside here. Now, follow the black stuff, because the black is kind of where the racing line kind of is on this game. It's kind of hard to say, but then you go as close as you can here to the first kind of S of the S's. Now clip the curb at the second S. Now clip the curb. You need to go as close as you can to the curbs. But it's the tricky bit here is going into the next section, which is not actually on this game normally. You brake here really good down to about second or third gear, then through this bit here, which you're probably in second or third gear again, and then down the long back straight. You should be going down the long back straight, but the short back straight we've got here now. And now brake about 50-meter board you can brake at this point. And now away you go, down into the next corner you go. And if you can see just where I was saying, the grandstand straight in front now, that's where my uncle sits, right at the top of that. But you now come into this corner, about third or fourth gear, now brake again as Aguilera I think has left again. As you now, this corner is quite an easy corner, but at the same time you can lose time. You can go off this corner down the side there with the American flag on, so you kind of have to go about third or fourth gear through that, going close to each curb. Now I brake into this corner, maybe second gear you're looking at, out, and push the gears, up you go, push them to the next corner, which you're going about the same again, I'd say. Out you come now, and now across the line you come, and there would be a lap in F1, but let's see what his lap time is going to be then as he comes across the line. You're looking maybe about the sixth gear if you have in these cars, and it's a 1:39.1 for Akagramma, but Boston Road beats that with 1:37.3.
Yes, so Boston Road, and then Lonnie straight away with a 1:36.2, 3/10 quicker than the overall practice time. So yes, you were right, James. You were correct on that. 3/10 faster. But yeah, great stuff by Lonnie with a 1:36.2. Donovan is 1 second behind, with Boston Row in third place, about 1.1 seconds behind. So not too much difference between second and third. But Lonnie, what an absolutely fantastic lap there. Maybe Donovan and Boston Row maybe just setting a pacer lap just to make sure they get a lap in, a decent lap in, and then go full pelting on the final lap. As you can see through here, as he goes into the pits, I wanted to. There we go. As you go into this section, this part is very difficult because the car is off camber. So if the car's off camber, it hasn't got the same amount of rotation as the other wheels have got. And it's really difficult. As James said, that this corner is also very difficult because if you get the wrong line, you're going to have to readjust yourself so that you lose speed and you don't gain any time. So if you get the wrong position of your car, you're going to lose a lot of time going through there. As he's about to go ahead around the final corner, heavy braking, and it looks like he locks up the ridge a tiny bit, manages to catch it as he goes along the final straight. Towards the finish line, we'll see what time he sets. It will be 1:35.5. Wow, that is 1 second quicker as he does a Tokyo Drift into turn 1. as Beza disconnects. But 1 minute 35.5 is a very quick time. Even Dalavan was 1.1 seconds behind that. I mean, that wasn't even quicker than Lonnie's previous lap. So Lonnie is absolutely on a fly at the moment. Hopefully he can keep this pace up going into the race.
I don't know what happened there. That was amazing. Amazing lap there. What a hell of a lap there. Let's go off. I think David's about to start his lap or finish a lap, so maybe we can see if David's actually going to improve on his lap here, because it looks good though for David here, as here he comes then. He's got literally 2 corners to go, and then he'll finish his first lap of the session here with, well, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, so he's pushing this to the end. Here he is. But 13 drivers tonight racing. I know that if you've ever watched anything today, it's April Fool's Day today, by the way, so if you've watched something then hello. Joe Black says, shame Jonah didn't turn up tonight. I'm so much wanting to support her. Well, when I say support her, I really mean give her... Okay, right, okay, we don't talk about that. Right, fair enough. Give her the kiss of death, fair enough. But yeah, there's David's time. He sets a good time there, up into second at 1:36.7 as Aguilera tries to join back. But I think we're going to go with 13 tonight. Bit disappointing that, but sometimes that's what you have to do.
David on a 2/10 up on his previous lap. The 1 minute with about 1.1 seconds behind Lonnie. He's going to be about 1 minute 36.5 at the moment, but obviously still not enough to pass Lonnie. He needs to gain a few more. He needs to gain about another second to get even close to him. His back console Planet has gone about 1 second behind Lonnie, and now into second place, beating David, Dalavan and Marco, all between about 0.2 of a second. Very close at the moment, so we're looking for a top 5 battle here. And I'm getting a bit of stuttering at the moment. I don't know if you are, James, but there's stuttering going on now.
No, it looks like it's all fine on my side, just.
Yeah, that's all good news. But we've got about 1 minute, we've got around about 2 minutes left in the session here. Aguilera, I don't believe will be able to start a lap now, and Duncan will be able to start a lap. Pet Bib has gone into 10th place with 1 minute 39.5. Back's console Planet is spun round into the grass.
Oh, where? Oh, Ooh, that's an awkward place to spin.
There's an awkward place to spin, just got a little bit greedy with the accelerator there, and I don't think he'll be able to start a new lap, obviously. And Lonnie sets a new fastest lap here with a 1 minute 35.5, only about half a tenth quicker, but still, he's able to be consistent. He can take that into the race, still 0.8 faster than David, who is now 0.8 behind. And he's got a little bit greedy on the throttle, hasn't he? So we've seen Bax and David now losing control going out of that corner. So it looks like drivers have to watch out. But interesting there, isn't it?
It definitely is. But hello to everyone who is watching. If you are, do please comment, of course. But very nice, as Boston Row looks good in 6th as well. David here just waiting now. Now he goes to try and get another lap here. I think I was waiting for the car in front to just get a bit ahead of him so he can get this last sector done and then fly across the line with like 5 seconds or a couple of seconds to go, which is going to be good.
And we've only got about 20 seconds left. David will just about be able to make it to the line, hopefully. I believe he will. And then probably that'll be the last person to cross the line. So this will be... Well, he's got the best chance of getting pole position at the moment, as Aguilera leaves again. So we're still having technical problems with Aguilera. So the qualifying is complete, no one else can start their lap. And watching with David right now as he goes down from turn 1 to turn 2 and heading into the S section at the moment. Obviously this part is a little bit cut down because this is the national circuit, not the actual international circuit. But this left-hand here, always tricky, because you got to brake and turn at the same time. It's not all great if you got your brake bias towards the rear. He's going a little bit aggressive into there, but obviously love it, and he's not much of a straighter, so it doesn't matter too much about top speed, it's more about acceleration through that corner. Going up to here, a bit off camber, but not as camber as the next few rights and lefts. Or not getting enough curb, I don't think.
Yeah,
he's just not being precise. At this corner he's done very well. He's hit both curbs right there. Hopefully we get to be greedy. Yes, he's okay, so he's okay with that corner at the moment. Going through here, as I said, is pretty difficult if you... Oh, when he actually backs off, so that's qualifying over. He was 3/10 down on his best lap time.
So, yes, it was. So it's going to be Lonnie P1 with a 1:35.529. David second, 1:36.394. Then it's Marquis, back to the console, Dalavan, Boston Row, Acrogram, Make, Saventa, Pet Biv, Duke Martin, GJDM, and then one car which was Dunlop Swede, who did not even complete a lap there. I think Dunlop Swede maybe will be in for what's her name, Joanna tonight maybe, but I don't know. We're still missing 3 drivers, and that's a shame, but yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, 8 tenths in qualifying is absolutely mad. So if you can take that into the race, he's just going to be flying. So hopefully he can keep that consistency up and it'll be all okay.
It will, indeed.
While we are here waiting for probably a long time, James, should we do your racepredictions.org?
Yeah, we'll be waiting here for like another about 30 seconds, I think. So racepredictions.org, I think it's going to be between Bax, Marquis, David and Lonnie for your top 3 tonight. So I think they're going to be your top 4. And, in the order I'm going to put them in, as we only have 13 cars, unlucky for some, I know. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Lonnie winning, Bax second, David third, and Marquis fourth, and then very close behind them will be Dalavan and Boston Row. I think they'll be very close. I think it could even be them two maybe just getting fourth, but yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, but we have about a minute and a half left of waiting, but I think all we have to say is stay inside, stay home,
Corona time.
help out the NHS and save lives, and that's all we're going to talk about, the current situation that we have in the world, because obviously YouTube's algorithm is
fucked. Sorry,
terrible.
Shouldn't say that, but it is pretty fucked.
Yeah, you should. It's a bit terrible, so we're not going to go too much on that, but please just try and help out the NHS for what they're doing at the moment. But
it's pretty messed up though, YouTube's algorithm, got to be said.
Yeah, everyone hopefully stay safe and don't be stupid. Right.
Or, guys, everyone please do be stupid.
Wait, what?
Please do be stupid, guys. Just don't. You just.
Bessers, he's just put in the chat, my game crashed, GG. Sorry to hear about that, Besser.
You may get something in a second. There may be something you can do in a second, but.
As we just wait for the red lights to go out, I'm ready for this race here at COTA. Still not starting, and I believe we're going to be going in a second. We are just syncing with the lobby with Lonnie. Quite nice rhyme in there. In front.
And we're green and away we go.
Lonnie gets a fantastic start there from neutral all the way to first, and he's got a fantastic start. Wow, that is a brilliant start. David is being pressured from Marco. Marco's looking to go up the inside while Lonnie's just, don't want to say it, going away. Oh, a little bit shoving there from David and Marco.
Oh, we've lost another car. We're down to 12.
David's looking round the back of Marco as Marco has got through. So the two... Oh, there's a huge crash behind. Huge crash between Dalavan and Akarim. That was a big crash right there, right into the wall. looks like I might have a bit of suspension damage as well as bodywork damage, but we should probably have a look more towards the front at the moment, as David is under pressure from Bax Console Planet, fighting for third place, and David just outbraked himself there. And Bax is through. With now, who is that? That is Malkib. Trying to put pressure on David going into the off-camber section here. A little bit tricky to overtake, but if you get a great run through here, you're gonna be you're gonna have a little bit more grip than the driver in front. But we'll just have to wait and see. But so far, so good for Lonnie. He's pulled away and he's got about a 2-second gap up front, with Malkib giving pressure to David. So not a great start from David, I see there, James.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't indeed. It didn't look good there. You can see just there in the distance, as you saw there, the gap. Massive gap already. But here goes David then on Bax to console. Can he make it through past Bax here into corner 1 here on lap number 1? Oh, end of lap number 1 here, start of lap number 2. Into the inside line he goes. He looks like he's going to try here around the outside. No, he just... sorry, inside, sorry. Better. Oh, they touch. Oh, they touch. So that is not a good thing. When that now lets mate come back at him and maybe try and overtake him, but no, into the S's they go, and they're going to stay pretty much single file through the S's.
Yes, and we're just really going to wait and see what is going to happen with David, because he's been under pressure since the start of this race, so maybe he's just fallen back a bit, you know. Pressure got to him, there's a lot of weight on his shoulders, and maybe, you know, he just... But I reckon he can fight back towards the podium, I believe. I mean, he's right behind Bax, isn't he? So he's going to make a move sometime soon. But Malkib is still on his tail, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. But Malkib just falling behind just a little bit back there. I think he got not too much traction going out of that corner. So, yeah, so far so good, yeah, James.
Yeah, 12 cars racing still. We did lose a few, so I'm... Oh, can we have them map up? Yeah, we've lost a few drivers. As they go, it says there who's left. Beza, that was the one who left. And so did...
Aguilator joined again.
Just before we started the race he left, so... It was annoyed there, it was. But 12 races is good enough for us. It is. But what a start that we've had from Lonnie. 3 laps gone, he's already 2.2 seconds ahead, but there he is, look at in the foreground there. David, can he make it through? No, he's too far back that time, David, and I don't think David's going to get past Bax to Console Planet.
No, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get past Bax. I mean, he's had a few good rounds Bax in the GT5s and a decent GT4. But I think it'd be quite difficult to get past him at the moment in that beautiful silver and blue Ginetta GT4 car.
Indeed it will. No, I just don't know with Ginetta GT4s. But here he goes then, does David. He's right on the back of Bax now. Here he goes to the inside line. Oh, he looked. He broke a bit late though, and I think he's made a mistake, David, because the gap now has gone up a little bit, so...
Looks like he wants to do a little bit of a dummy going down the inside, but actually wants to go around the outside and maybe make Bax brake a little bit later, because David outbroke himself and that's what got Bax through. So maybe you just try to do a psychological effect on Bax. So Bax really under pressure at the moment. He's got right through the wind mirror, and we'll just have to wait and see how he goes through here, running on board with David and now Bax. This is quite a tricky section, especially for the GT4s, not with a lot of downforce, but they'll be able to cope with it at the moment. David all the way on the back of him going through the final 2 corners here, and he's looking to go for a move down the inside into the final corner. They touch wheels, a little bit of a rubbing, a little bit of a paint job going on between them, but David's through, and what a great move that was, James. It
was a brilliant move, and if you didn't watch it, guys, before the virus happened, so I think it was January, February time, go back and watch the Will GT channel, because they had the GTXs and the, I think it's the Will GTX, I think that's how you call it, and the American GT4s and American TC. What a racing they were on the full circuit of this. GT4s, they had Ginettas who were really quick around there, if you want to watch that. And yeah, it was what a move that was though from David, as you said. But it's lovely
It
to
really
see.
was a great move.
It's lovely to see these cars because I know it's only 12 cars and you all think that's a small race, but here he goes then, does Make behind him. Make now wants to get past Bax. There must be something wrong with Bax's car then to make him go that slowly.
There must be, but we really got to wait and see what happens with him. At the moment,
it does. It is, yeah, true.
But at the moment, it's looking okay. I mean, David has pulled away. I believe that was America. Went a bit wide there. He outbraked himself right there. So, Malcolm having a few problems with his car, but that was mainly just a driver mistake. We'll put that down as. So there's a little bit of a gap between David, Bax, and Marco. So maybe David can go now chase after Marco, but Marco is all the way up front, and he's just passing the start-finish line right now. So there's a gap of about 5 seconds, which I think is out of the question at the moment, but later in the race that will most definitely come into play. Akaram's left.
Wow.
Akaram's left the session, so we've only got 11 drivers left.
Wow.
Not too many. But at the moment, Lonnie is leading the race by 3.5 seconds to his teammate, which is not too bad. He's keeping consistent, about 1/10 behind on his best lap time at the moment. So obviously keeping his cool and being consistent with that Ginetta Evo GT4 car. But so far so good for Lonnie.
It is indeed, but then you've got to look at it. The gaps are coming up now, but the only real battle we have is between Petbiv and Dalavan, who are down in 9th and 10th at the moment. If you really think that's the closest battle at the moment. No, that's gone up now. So I don't. Well, yeah, just the closest battle there. But Boston Row though still has Siventa right behind him, so maybe that's a close battle as well.
Yeah, it is a bit of a close battle at the moment between 6 and 7. That's probably the only closest battle we got at the moment. Boston Road about half a second quicker than his best lap time, and he is losing. He's about 14.5 seconds behind the leader at the moment. So those guys are dropping off the pace. But Boston Row, it'll be a nice finish for 6th place. He came from the GT3 cars, didn't he? A few seasons ago.
Yeah, he's gone GT3, GT4, GT3, GT. So since I've known Boston Row, he's gone GT3, GTE, and then came to these. And did I think he did the V8 in the summer. I think he did the summer V8 Cup. So he's done quite a few throughout the years.
Yeah, he's done quite a lot with racing and with Gavra, so yeah, he's done pretty well for himself in this league, so yeah, not too bad for him at all. But running in 6th place at the moment, I hope we'll be able to hold behind Siventa, but Siventa is looking a bit aggressive at the moment, and maybe might want to get into that nice juicy 6th place at the moment. But Milka dropped a bit far behind Bax, about 1.5 seconds difference. It's about a 2.5 second gap to Boston Row. Bax is about 2.5 seconds away from David, and David is around about 4.7 seconds away from Marco. So all the drivers are spaced out a bit now. We're about 10 minutes into the race at the moment, and every single driver's just spaced out the car. It looks like everyone's just calming down, and we have to wait and see. Maybe there's a driver mistake somewhere and someone outbrakes himself. We've seen that a few times going into the final sector, haven't we, James?
We have indeed, in tracks we've been at. As you can see in the look here, the only one, as I was saying, is still Petbiv and Dalavan. They're so close to each other now. They are nearly the closest battle we have on circuit. They are, which is good. They're heading now into. I think they're heading now into the last corner. I think they are Dalavan, Petbiv, Dalavan, and Dunlop. So if you want to head, you can look at that if you want, but you don't have to, of course. But yeah.
Have a look at
so
this.
side by side, And does Dalavan get past Pet Biv? No, he doesn't. Pet Biv decides to keep the door closed, and you guys like Pet Biv in the chat, so we're going to talk to him for a second. It does here, but just to say, they must be so far away from your leader, because your leader now is already heading into that sweeping corner, so...
Yeah, there's a big difference, so it looks like... Yeah, so it's a big difference between them, but he's about 36 seconds away from the leader?
38 actually.
38, so losing quite a lot of time. But at the moment it's going all well for Lonnie, as he is in lap 7 now, about 12 minutes into the race.
Yeah.
But Dalavan is looking to have a go on Pet Bib in one of these corners, but he just can't get the traction, I think. I think he's okay, but it's just a lot of understeer and not enough traction to get past Pet Bib at the moment. You can see he's a little bit damaged. I think he was involved in the first lap collision as... Oh, Pet Bib left the door open there through the right-hander. Almost, Dalavan got through. So only about 3/10 separate them two, so heading into the final corner, Dalavan would love to get a juicy run out of this corner, get the accelerator on as soon as possible, because it's a bit wide, but if he gets the accelerator down, which he really didn't, he's losing a lot of time to Pep at the moment. He's gone from about 3/10 to 6/10, so obviously, even if you have a bad last corner, that's going to hurt you all the way down the straight, and isn't really too much time, isn't going to really help you trying to overtake the car in front. But so far so good for the leading driver of Lonnie is now on lap 8.
He is indeed.
How are you enjoying it, James?
He is indeed. We've got 32 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The other battle, by the way, if we do want to talk about another, that's it really. This is the only battle we've really got. But it's a good race. It's got to say, 11 drivers giving us a good bit of entertainment here for the price that we pay for this. But there is a close battle for second here. It's closed up to nearly a second, but we'll head to that in a second because Pet Biv there made a little mistake and lets Dalavan close back up again to about a tenth or about 0.1 or 0.2 away from him. Oh, and he spun! Pet Biv has spun the car. No. That is not good for Pet Biv. He now gets back going. No damage though to the car indeed there. He just went in too hot into that corner, as you probably saw, and just spun it.
Yeah, he just spun it. He got a little bit greedy with the traction and nothing was there. Nothing could offer him anything, so not great there. Maybe, from what I can see, there may be a little bit of a bent suspension. I don't know. But we have to wait and see what's going on with that car, because from what I can see, the left-hand side, the left front wheel is at a different, what do you call it, camber. It's at a different radius, so maybe he's got suspension damage, I don't know, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. I mean, he is going a straight line. Well, they're saying now he is pushing to the right a little bit, you can see.
You can.
But interesting, maybe he got a little bit of damage earlier on in the race. I believe he was involved in the lap 1 incident, but I can't confirm that for sure with Saventa. And who was the other driver?
It was Saventa and Duke Martin, who's up in 8th.
Yes, so those two drivers were involved in the lap 1 incident. Who was Bax's teammate? Let me just go have a check, because that was who was involved. If I just have a check here. Gavra. And
yeah,
he's left.
and then he's left, yeah. There is a battle, by the way, if you wanted to know. It's not a big battle, but it's Saventa now right on the back of Boston Road, so... You've just gone to it, as I said that you went to it. Well done.
I'm looking.
But if you go on board to Saventa, we can see what it looks like going up. We can maybe see what it looks like going up the hill here. Look at that. You don't notice when you're off board, but it's a massive hill going up here.
Yeah. Huge elevation change, and obviously the car will be off camber, because if one side is higher than the other, there's a different degree of rotation in each tyre. So a bit getting on traction is quite difficult, and you got to leave it quite late until you actually turned in. As Boston Road cuts the corner.
Oh, he's done it again. Is he going to touch?
What's wrong?
Right, no, he doesn't, but he keeps it going. Oh, oh, it looks like he's turning to the left a bit, or right a bit. You can see.
What's happened?
I don't know. Sometimes you can do that. I've done it before at the S's. You go a little bit off, but Marquis there gets a 1 second penalty. I think that will be for Marquis there. Not very good there in second position, of course. Not looking, sorry, in third, not looking too good there. It will be, I think it will be a 1 second penalty if you want to go to the just check. You can do. How you know how to check by now? Yeah, it's a 1 second penalty.
Yeah, it is a 1 second penalty for him. About 10.9. He's gonna still stay in P3 at the moment, but a driver. If you have a look at the driver's standings, Lonnie would be in a very good position. He'll be on 124 points. And that won't be too bad. He will be leading the championship. Bax will be down to third. Where's Marco? Marco, oh, he's in third. So if I do my calculations right, Bax will be in third place, Lonnie will be in second. No, Lonnie will be in first, and David would be in second. This is getting too confusing, because Bax had a DNF in Watkins Glen last time round. So that didn't really do him too well for a championship fight. And there's me, just trying to figure out what's going on. My head's all over the place at the moment. I'm knackered.
Yeah.
How about you?
I know what you mean. Can you turn on? Can you take off that off the screen if that's?
Oh yeah, I meant.
No, it's absolutely fine.
These days are getting longer. These days are getting longer.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean. Like, because by the way, if you didn't know, everybody in the UK, school. If we were at school, it'd finish on Friday, and we'd have a 2-week break anyway.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't really matter, but there is the battle still going on, by the way, with Boston Row and Ciaventa. That is still not Boston. Yeah, Boston Row and Ciaventa there. They're still pretty close to each other. Boston Row has closed the gap now, back up to Ciaventa here. So something
about
must
1.3 seconds difference between the two.
Yep.
So he's closed it down from about, what was it, like 2.5? So he's getting about a second.
Yep, that's right.
On Ciaventa.
That's right, indeed. That's right here. But what a race on Lonnie, though. With only, literally, I'm going to say this now. We're 26 minutes to go. 7.5 seconds. Wowee.
Lonnie has done really well in this race. I mean, he did get 8/10 in the lead right in qualifying, and now he's got to about 7.5 seconds gap. He's just done incredible today. So I think with about 26 remaining minutes left, he'll do very well. He's done a very good race. He's already up to 8 seconds. I mean, he's just gaining so much time.
He is indeed gaining so much time. But yeah, I think I've asked you this yet. But what have you been doing then for the last week then,
Ethan? Modern Warfare, and I got so bored I jet washed the patio.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same as you. Doing that on the path. It's very annoying. It takes a long time.
I mean, it does waste time, which is obviously the point of it, but
it's very boring.
It is very boring. I mean, I thought that was going to be last resort, but it's actually more fun to play Modern Warfare at the moment.
Yeah, I don't play Modern Warfare really that much. I know because we haven't got any battles. That's why we're talking about this, guys. I've been playing lots of FIFA, lots of F1. I've been sorted back to GTA for some reason. So. Yeah, but anyway.
Games just don't feel like they were when, the Xbox 360 days. Like you would grind them out, and now you're just thinking, yeah, nah.
Yeah, because like there's no new games coming out. If there is a new game coming out, it generally there's no like when's the new FIFA coming out? When's the new COD coming out? When's new this, that, and the other coming out? You just don't know anymore.
I think the only decent AAA game that's coming out is that Resident Evil 3.
That should be good. That should be good.
That should be good.
That should be
but
good.
Again, it's a remaster.
Hello
I think we've had too many remasters so far.
Demetrius, hello mate.
But yeah, I mean, as you say, I mean, when's going to be the new thing? I mean, they were even talking about Project Cast 3, weren't they?
Yeah, because they announced they was going to be.
Wasn't it going to be
November this year? November this year.
Yeah, so it was going to be a launch game with the brand new PlayStation and the Xbox.
Yeah, but because the PlayStation and Xbox may have to be
Boston Road.
May have to be cancelled now as Boston Road comes back on circuit now, and definitely lost a lot of places and a lot of time. Not lost any places, but lost a lot of time. There he has. But yeah, I think it's because back to quickly before we talked about Boston Road. I personally think now it's going to be late 2021 we get the Xbox and PS4 and PS5 come out. And I think early 2021 we'll get the new Project Cars and just say, right, put it on PS4 and Xbox One, and then we can make the game again, like just for the discs to go on the other one.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a situation of what's going to happen. I mean, with the new Formula 1 game, you know, F1 20, what is it? Yeah, F1
20, yeah.
Yeah, F1 2020. That was supposed to be, huge.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out in July, and now they're saying it might not come out even till November. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to that, but now I guess as Boston Road enters the pit, it looks like he's got quite a bit of damage to the car. I mean, I do have to say 2019 was just a polished version of F1 2018. It wasn't really what I was expecting, and I was kind of hoping 2020 was going to be a new game that he's past his pit stop area, a new game that really did. Oh god, my watch telling me so. That F1 2020 was supposed to be a new game, supposed to be a new generation, and it's supposed to be something that really everyone wants to play all the time. But unfortunately, that's not really going to happen this year, is it? Unless they do something such as put all the cars in and just make all the cars equal.
Yeah, what they might do, I think, for the new. What I think they should do for the new Project Cars, right? And I've said this all along: is bring a safety car into the game. I'm sorry, I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds so stupid, right? And I know that everybody here is going, no, we don't need a safety car, but we have yellow flags out, and the cars are just allowed to keep going. It's like, no, if it's racing, you have safety cars, yellow flags, red flags, stuff like that. You don't have flags in this game, really. And that's one thing that I'm thinking about. But then you look at some stuff like F1. Have you heard what they're doing this year? The F1 announced that they're going to be trying to start their season after the summer break. This is proper F1, by the way. And they're going to be shortening the championship down to from, I think it was August bank holiday weekend. They're going to start then, hopefully, right? And finish the last weekend of November and do 10 rounds in that short space of time. That's what they said they were going to do. And then MotoGP said they're going to come back the start of August and do most of their rounds once every 2 weeks every round. 2 weeks. But I don't know. It's just...
It's a bit of a situation.
Yeah, let them do what they've got to do.
Yeah. That's what I think... I know it sounds odd, but F1 games, they used to have red flags in. But then, all of a sudden, since 2015... there's been no red flags.
If you didn't watch... Sorry, keep going. I'll talk about that in a second.
It's just a bit strange, because I think if they added red flags into Formula 1 2020, I think it would be a great addition, because you've got, let's just say you have manual control when there's a red flag, so you have to go into the pits, you have to stop the car, you have to wait or maybe skip time and maybe talk to your engineer saying this, saying that. And I think that would be a great idea, because all we're getting at the moment is safety car, because we've had the brand new update which allows the safety car to be more the ratio of how the safety car comes out has been increased, so that means there's more possibility of it coming out. And I think a red flag would just be better, because I know there isn't many in Formula 1 these days, but I still remember, what was it, Azerbaijan?
The last red flag we've had was 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix, I think.
No, I think there was a red flag in 2017 Azerbaijan.
Oh yeah, there might have been, but yeah.
Yeah, when Kimi Räikkönen was saying, "Get my steering wheel and gloves."
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like, nah, steering wheel now, I need a new steering wheel now, like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but no, I watched. If you don't know, guys, there's a YouTuber out there called Tia McMahon, and he did a video.
Everyone knows him.
Yeah, well, if you don't, he's a YouTuber who does F1, and he did a video like about 4 or 5 months ago trying to get red flags on the games, and he went on to 2016, 2017, and 2018, and he couldn't get a red flag at Monaco, right? And then he went on to 2012 and 2013 and got a red flag.
Yeah, because it was in the previous game.
But it was Codemasters though.
Yeah, it was just Codemasters' decision. Because I mean, you remember like 2015 where there was basically like no career mode, safety cars were taken out, red flags were taken out, and actually physics were taken out of the game.
Safety car? I didn't think safety cars were, but okay, that makes okay.
Yeah, safety cars were taken out and then reinstated in the
16 or 17?
Yeah, 17. It wasn't 16 because everyone complained in 16 about the safety cars again. But yeah, it's 2017, I believe.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, guys, and you are just watching, please do, of course, smash like, and if you haven't already, do subscribe. Would be appreciated. And of course, there is. I'm just going to say it because not many people do it, and they should. Links in the description, guys, to support us. You can go and donate to our Patreon. You can go and look at that. You can go to our website, Academy YouTube channel, our Twitch, our Twitter, and our Facebook, and of course, there's community on there, which is Gavra Racing on PS4. What I think we should do, right, and I know Gavra, when he's got more subscribers and he's got a bigger fan base and bigger people who want to do it, I think we should go on to PC gaming or maybe even Xbox gaming.
Yeah.
Do like a multi-console thing. But yeah, I don't have an Xbox, so all I have is a PS4. But I do have a PC. By the way, I do have a PC. So, well, I have a PC gaming laptop which I could get like iRacing on and just comment it off it and not race at all and pay like my £5 a month, whatever it is, to do that game. But you know.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, okay?
Alright. We do have a battle going on, which we can't see right now, but that is absolutely fine.
Which battle while I'm here? Is it
it's not a battle, but it's the cars are close enough. We're closer.
I'll just leave you on here for 2 minutes.
Alright, we'll leave him on Duke Martin then. He's right near a car who's about to lap. I think that may be Pet Biv. He's about to lap. He is here. Very nice indeed. As yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, what your thoughts are for new games coming up this year, next year, and all that general stuff. It's been absolutely a really good year for car racing, and should be absolutely brilliant. It should. As if you don't know well, I'm gonna then you don't. But yeah, as he's now heading through these corners here, about to Boston Row or Pet Biv, or somebody's about to lap. I think he's it is Pet Biv. He's about to lap here, so about to lap Pet Biv. He is as he turns through this corner now. Right behind him, by the way, is Dalavan. By the way, he's closing up the gap. He is not too much, but closing up. And there is the case here that you've just got to know what you've got to do with this race. And by the way, just to say there is 16 minutes and 4 seconds to go. If you can see that on the, you probably can't see that, but I just saw that then. Yep. No, make that 16 minutes to go now. So we've nearly hit halfway. We've already been over halfway distance. Very good race, of course. It has been. So yeah, generally been a very good race indeed. If you do 40, it's 22 minutes. You kind of say halfway. It's been a good race until 22 minutes, and after that there wasn't anything. So what I think, if you are listening and you're a racing driver, slow down and let one of the cars catch you and we can have a battle, or just do the race you are and hopefully we can see a battle coming up soon, because the leader now crosses the line and starts lap. The next lap, he does. Oh, there's a mistake, and 2 drivers have gone off. They have as well, I swear. The lapped car went off of Pet Biv, and so did Duke Martin. Unbelievable there, that Pet Biv and Duke Martin both went off at exactly the same time, and that has let Dalavan go through. So Dalavan has overtaken Duke Martin now, he has. Very nicely indeed. So he's overtaken Duke Martin on a unbelievably there. I can't believe he's done that. There he has. So can Dalavan, Duke Martin close up to Dalavan here and actually try and get back through, which is an unbelievable thing to happen there. You just see it there. I didn't think he would do it, but he lost a little bit of the rear end and just spun it. You heard the car spin in front of him, which is Pet Biv, but wasn't seeing Duke Martin there do it. But yeah, very nice race here. So it's Lonnie in the lead from David, from Marcus, from Bax here, from Marcos, from Bax the console planet. of course it is here. And if you don't know as well, what's happening right now in the world, yeah, they're all trying to get football, trying to get cricket. They're trying to get all the like major events that we have in the year play, and a few events aren't going. So like Wimbledon's been cancelled like today or yesterday. A few other things have been cancelled, but yeah, generally been very good indeed. It has. Wasn't it 23rd? Right, sorry guys, I've just got one thing to talk about. Right. So well, if they say, well, that's weird though.
What is weird?
Anyway, yeah, but there you go then. So if you didn't see it there, ladies and gentlemen, it's Duke Martin behind Dalaban now because of the spin just before he went onto the national little tiny chicane bit. So yeah,
I am back.
David's closed the gap by the way from 9.4 seconds to 8.4, but it's staying at 8.4 consistently now.
As I was saying in qualifying, you know, Lonnie, if he can stay consistent, he's going to win this race. Oh my. We've got a problem.
We have another driver left the session, and a driver has left the session. I don't know who that is. I generally don't know who that is. I know you've just left, but I don't know have you got an invite? I swear somebody sent you an invite, but
yeah.
A driver's just left, so I don't know who that is, by the way, as well. So
if I can join.
Yeah, you probably will be able to join back, but I don't know about a driver though, because he's just left as well. We're down to 10 now. Oh no, we retired, sorry, from the race, so you probably will be able to see it if you can go on, if you come back. But what a race Lonnie's having, as we're seeing. I'm looking at him now, by the way, everybody, as he goes down to corner 1 now. 1:37.8 is the fastest lap of this race, which is a pretty, well, for him it is. No, 1:37.6 there for him. 2-2. He smashed it out of the park. He has there, and welcome back, Didux.
Thank you very much. I'm just learning this session at the moment.
We do have a battle going on, so if you can hurry up, please, would be appreciated.
I didn't make the game, so wait.
Oh yeah, and let us know in the comments, guys. If you, I know they're already making it, but what do you want Codemasters to put in the new Project Cars 3? They bought out the companies who made it. They bought him out for 30 million. What do you want? Let us know in the comments, guys. What you want this game to be here today, as the two cars are battling as they come across the line. Now they do, really close to each other. Oh, as they go off the screen. Well, great. There they do. As it's Make and Ciaventa here, really close together now. They are. They're the two who we're looking at battling now. They are. Can they close it in here? Or is it actually Duke Martin and Dunlop? No, it wasn't. Are you back?
Yes, I am. I'm back in the session.
Right, can you put the map on if you can, please? And Make is close now to Ciaventa, so Ciaventa's close to Make now. That was the kind of battle we have. That's closed up.
Yep, and David sets the fastest sector 2 at the moment, so David's pushing. As you can see, David is 1 point. I mean, when I left, he was 8.5 seconds behind Lonnie, so now he's down to 6.9. David's pushing, and he's pushing fast. I think Lonnie is having a problem. Fastest lap set by Dunlop's way. So Dunlop has currently just set the fuck. You got a Dunlop in here? Oh yeah, we do. Down in 9th place. So Dunlop sets his fastest lap of the race. David sets his fastest lap of the race with a 1:37.0, and that, I believe, is the fastest time of... No, it isn't. Lonnie still has the fastest time of the race here today. Only about half a tenth in it between the fastest lap times. But David is catching up to Lonnie a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's not close enough though. I don't think it's like Ciaventa here is trying to close up with Make, and I don't think he's close enough really as he thinks he is. But yeah, it's lovely though, lovely racing, guys. If you can carry it on, it'd be great, because we need some action on this circuit. But yeah, what would you like in Project Cars 3? Let us know in the comments, guys, because as we always say, we would love to know what kinds of stuff you need to see in it. We did ask on Project Cars 1. I probably didn't tell you this, but we asked on Project Cars 1 what you wanted in Project Cars 1 and Project Cars 2, and we got an influx of stuff. We got lots of stuff.
Sorry, my headset went weird then. I didn't hear anything that you said, sorry, Jake.
That's fine. Or, just...
A little bit weird. What's going on? David set the fastest sector 3, so David's really pushing now. He's getting about a second on Lonnie in one lap. Everything okay, James?
Yeah, it's fine. I just asked everybody what you want on Project Cars 3, so people might put some stuff in the comments. And they have Billy O'Connor, hello, welcome mate, says, I want new tracks and different cars like IndyCar lights or NASCAR trucks or minis. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Oh, new tracks definitely, because Project Cars 1 has been pretty much similar to Project Cars 2. The only new tracks they put in on Project Cars 2 were Texas Motor Speedway they brought in, which is Texas Motor Speedway, which is the oval circuit. They brought in Long Beach, I think. I think they brought in two circuits, Fuji and Sugo. They brought in a new one in New Zealand, and that's about it. The rest of the circuits are on Project Cars 1.
So I think they need, personally, I think they need to add in more DLCs with tracks and cars and everything. It's maybe great having, from a business point of view, if you've got the game out and it's got the same amount of tracks as this, maybe like 10 more tracks, you can then add in DLCs later down the line, which drivers would pay, which people would pay for.
Yeah, because
if it was a specific track that you personally liked, you would go buy that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like if, for example, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a circuit and they haven't got in this game. So say, for example, you really like the Hungaroring, right, for example.
Yeah, there you go.
Or you really like...
what was that Indian Grand Prix?
Yeah, the Indian Grand Prix circuit. Or you really like the South African circuit
Turkey.
the South African circuit they did the 12 hours at a couple of weeks ago.
Adelaide.
Right,
That's another good circuit.
or Adelaide, which was on F1's channel tonight. Then they would maybe put them three, say, in together, like a bundle, which is like maybe a £5 bundle, and you can get 3 circuits. They get money from that. But yeah, Billy O'Connor again puts all F1 and World Endurance Championship tracks. Sebring. Yes, Sebring. And maybe like a few other circuits, as you're saying, yeah, all F1 circuits. Yeah, but that's just F1 then put into this game, really. That's not what the game want, though, do they?
I mean, yeah, as you say, it's I don't know how to put this, but it's more of a difficult scenario for, you know, people making these types of games. Everyone plays them, but there's not much that they can do with tracks because of licensing. Now, if they had Formula 1 in this game, this was probably one of the most played games of all time, and probably a system where iRacing has the same system. So you can have an endurance race and you can kick the driver from the car and you can get in the car yourself, instead of actually just, you know, having what was it called? Having the share play. Because everyone uses the share play to try and do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a bit weird at the moment, but yeah. I think that'd be a better, and I think everyone would play this game. GT3, and also I think they need to improve the handling model in this. The physics,
they do.
For me, don't make sense.
Yes,
the wheel.
Yeah.
And on the wheel, it just doesn't sound right.
What I think as well they need to do is maybe get some more circuits. I know it's an English-based company, right? And they've got so many English circuits, but they don't have any like that's not European, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be totally honest with you, they have loads of European circuits. They then have 5 American. They have loads of American circuits, right? Maybe go down south and look at maybe some maybe look at some African circuits, or some more Australian circuits, or some more South American circuits, or some more Asian circuits, than just going for what I've just said there.
Yeah.
Because it's just not viable, as I've said, to contain it with what you've got. But yeah, it's good though. Always there's a car there, as you can see it there, Make spinning around in the background, putting Make now down to P6 position, and Make has literally all he did was come out the corner, clip the curb, and spin it on the grass. So it's not the worst, but yeah, as we're saying, it's what we want, as there's 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go, by the way. I'll do my drive of the day at 2 minutes to go, so...
Yes, if you do drive of the day, that would be
I already know
brilliant.
who... Oh, I'll just say it now, actually. My drive of the day is Lonnie. There you go.
Easy as you like.
Yeah, easy as you like. You can't really fault him, really, can you?
No, he's done a fantastic drive today, and he definitely deserves that. So, absolutely fantastic stuff from here today. And yeah, I mean, great race here at COTA. Next time we'll be at the Brands Hatch GP, not the other one. What was the other one? The Indy circuit. We'll not be at that. It's a much more shorter version. Hasn't got the long Sector 2. It's only got Sector 1 and Sector 3. But we're at the national circuit, so it's the whole Brands Hatch, which I really do enjoy. I've driven around there in real life. Obviously not me driven, but I've been there with a driver, and it's absolutely fantastic. And turn 1 going down here, which just, you're blind, but it's just fantastic.
Amazing. It's amazing. I was there a couple of I was there last year, not last year, so year before. Absolutely bloody brilliant, the circuit. I couldn't fault it. How amazing the circuit was. Literally wow.
It was good.
It was Indy circuit, right, and it was like 90s, early 2000s and 80s cars, right? And I was sitting at the first corner grandstand, and oh my goodness me, there was like a race that had like 20 cars in it. It was just amazing seeing them all go around that first corner, up the little hill to the chicane, to like the hairpin, down that and around. It was amazing. As we have 2 minutes dead on to go now, so 2 minutes to go as we speak. So Lonnie now will have 2 laps to go, he will, as he heads across the line now, he does. So we have this lap and one more, I think. Or actually do we? Can we see where Lonnie is quickly?
Yes, we'll just have a look as he's on his lap. On his,
yeah, so this lap and one
27.
more. This lap and one more.
Yep, so he will get the white flag for this lap, and then that'll be it. This will end here in COTA. Been a great track, this, haven't it?
Has indeed. It's not. I don't think it's the best American circuit. You've got so many.
Still a great one.
So many you haven't got in this game. You've got like the Ohio circuit you haven't got on here. You've got the Atlanta circuit you haven't got on here. You've got loads of circuits that put it. Just look at iRacing. They've been going for like 6 years, right? Take a bit of a look at their book and go, right, this is what circuits in America they've got. Let's do something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a great, fantastic track, I think, in my opinion.
It is, yeah.
20 later. So I just have a look at something more quickly. So Lonnie has been given the white flag, so this will be his final lap. We're just waiting for him to come across the line.
Indeed,
obviously we've already done drive of the day.
Yes, it is his last lap because it's 35 seconds to go.
Yes, so we've already done drive of the day, which is Lonnie. Which James has done. The James drive of the day.org, he's already done that.
Yes, indeed. What else do we have? Anything you want to talk about quickly? Because we only have like 30 seconds to go.
No, I think we'll just end it here at the moment. But I think fantastic race, great stuff. I'm happy.
But yeah, I would love to put a poll, put a tweet out or just something, and somebody just get a response. So if you go on Twitter, guys, and if you have Twitter, and follow somebody called James Boyle, that's my name, James_Boyle, BOYALL. I'll be putting out a tweet in a couple of days just saying what do you want on Project Cars 3 and see what the responses are. But anyway, here comes Lonnie then, over to you.
Lonnie going around the final corner here, no time remaining, this is the final lap. And he will be coming across the finish line as he puts his headlights on, his rear lights, tailgates on. and he will now finish the race in first place. What a fantastic race, what a fantastic Wednesday he has had. Qualifying, got pole position. I believe he's also got the fastest lap. I didn't want to back out the session, I want to go see his timings. He has got the... No, he hasn't. He hasn't got the fastest lap. David has got the fastest lap.
Anyway,
but
Lonnie David now
finished in second. David has also finished in P2. Marco will finish in P3. Back to Console Planet will finish in P4. As he will cross the line right now. And Saventa's going past the few last corners here. But absolutely great stuff from them guys today. As he goes on the final corner, heading towards the finish line. Saventa finishing a lovely P5 there. I think it was in wasn't he P7 at one point? So he's done great stuff there, hasn't he? So great stuff from him, finishing in P5 as Marco finishes in P6. Donovan, I believe he's already finished. He's on the grass in Sector 1.
Yes, we're just waiting for Duke now to finish. No, we're not. Pete, I think we're waiting for now. If you can just go to Pete. There he is, yep. Weaving
weaving across the line with his front bumper nearly coming off. And that is the end of a fantastic race here at COTA in America. Where Lonnie takes victory by 8.6 seconds to David, followed by Marco. Followed by Bax Console Planet in P4, Saventa P5, Vacuum in P6, Donovan in P7, Dulop in P8, Duke Marston in P9, and Pet Bib in P10 with, and I can't scroll down for some reason, and there we go, with Boston Row 11th and JDM in 12th.
Yeah, JDM got disqualified after lap 1 for the contact he made at corner 1, which is very a shame, and Boston Row retired after 16 laps because of couldn't finish.
Really unfortunate there for him. But all good. That was actually quite a good race, wasn't it? That was quite a good race, do you think, James?
Amazing, great race. Great first 20 minutes, actually, I've got to say. First 20 minutes, so from 40 down to 25, from 45 to 25, we had David, Marquis, Bax, Saventa, Make, Dalavan, Duke Martin, all battling away. It was quite nice, and then after that it kind of petered out to be just a possession, but other than that, really good race though from everyone to keep it on the track and survive, and only having 4 cars lapped, which is decent. As there we go, that's your end of your race.
That is the end of the race, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. So yeah, well, thank you very much everyone for joining us tonight. I don't think we have any drivers to talk to. But I think we'll just enter the stream, yeah. Yeah, James?
Yeah, well, we can end the stream now if you want. Great, just before we do go, please do subscribe, please do hit the like if you did enjoy this. If there's not many likes on this, then we kind of understand that you don't really like this kind of championship. But yeah, please do smash the like and always subscribe. And by the way as well, if you do like any content here on this channel, if you would like to watch any other content which is not to do with Project Cars, you would like some F1, then there are loads of F1 leagues and loads of Project Car leagues you can watch throughout the weeks. But yeah, just stay at home, stay safe, all I can really say, and keep practicing, everybody.
Stay home, stay safe, don't do any stupid things. Thank you very much everyone for joining. Well, we'll see you later.
Yes, we will. So see you all, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.